Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. So today's video is related to aviation. Let me introduce myself again. I am Prayas, he is Madhav. So we both are private pilot with instrument rated, and we both will take you all with us today to a simulator company. We will show you different simulators there, and we will fly those sims, and you guys gonna enjoy our today's video. So without further ado, let's go. Finally, we are at Elite Simulation Solutions, and we have Mr. Wayne Keys with us.
Hi,
and
welcome.
And he is Director of Business Development, and because of him, this tour was possible today.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you. So we would like to know in short about Elite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Elite has been around for about 30 years.
Okay.
And they started as a home software company for IFR training.
Nice.
So for instrument flight training at home, you could put it on your computer and practice approaches.
Right.
And it's evolved over the last 30 years to where we have many FAA approved trainers, different models, different types,
Right.
and we still have home software for the instrument pilot to practice at home. And we have a lot of hardware and avionics and things that people can use for their home or for flight school use.
Nice.
That's great.
That's great.
And to let you guys know, he's also an instrument-rated pilot.
Yes.
And it's great. And he's also our host.
And also he has his own airplane.
Yeah.
I need to get my engine fixed first.
Right. Exactly.
The plane looks better with an engine on it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and I should add that Elite was one of the first companies to have a PC-based FAA-approved simulator.
That's great.
So the for a long while, simulators were very like high-end computers and proprietary software and things, but Elite was one of the first ones to get PC-based trainers approved, and that was about a little over 20 years ago.
Wow. Guys, it's time to take a short tour. So
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's first go in here.
Sure. So guys, this is a twin turbine helicopter sim, and we would like to know more about it from Mr. Keys.
Sure, yeah. This is modeled after the Airbus or Eurocopter AS355, which is a twin turbine, as you said, helicopter. And you can see this has both pilot and co-pilot stations. This is control loaded, so it's got motorized cyclic and motorized anti-torque pedals. So you get a little more feel in this trainer.
Yeah.
And it also has the automatic flight control system, like an autopilot system that these helicopters really have. These, and you'll see this on the other trainers I show you, these are computer screens instead of mechanical gauges. So many years ago, and they still use them somewhat, there's mechanical gauges with real needles and things that are electrically driven that display information. This is a computer screen, so it's actually like, you know, think of it as a photoshopped panel with animated needles, and that is how we represent these round gauges. So if I pull the collective, you can see the needles in the center are moving to indicate, you know, the engine, the turbine values.
So guys, we have some more sims here, so we'll take a quick look at all of them.
Yeah, this is a Pilatus PC-12 simulator. So it's got, you know, it's dual controls again. You can see the throttle quadrant is more designed around, you know, a single engine turbine. And this is a little different. This is a new product that we have. This is not a real Garmin GPS. This is a reverse engineered Garmin GPS. It uses real Garmin or real Jepson data, but it's a less expensive way of having a fully functioned GPS in the trainer.
Which is best for training purpose, to reduce the cost.
Yes.
Yes, that's the main thing.
Well, this is an open seated device, no cockpit around it, and this is one of our iGate trainers, and based on the Cessna 172, and it's got a GPS in it also. This is a good time to maybe talk about the instructor station. This is where the instructor would set up what's going to be done. They can change the weather, reposition the aircraft to wherever they want to go. We can zoom out, you know, and go to anywhere in this region, or we can add regions around the whole country. We can go around the whole world.
And also the failures that we can practice.
Yes, failures. We do Alt-S, and these are the failures. So I can fail systems, I can fail certain radios, certain... I can fail the
anything
engine
that you want to practice. And also I would like to know about the King Air that you said.
Yes.
You will tell us about.
The King Air is right over here.
Yeah.
And this we have it set up with a 5-screen visual system. So you can look out the left and right windows and see the outside. So if you're doing a downwind on a runway and you want to see out the side, you can do that. The King Air is one of our top of the line trainers. It is it comes in different configurations, and we've improved it over the years to where now we have a center console that even more resembles a real King Air. But this one has an EFIS style navigation system to it, which is an early glass type of system. It's got the overhead panel.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
It has things like, you know, we have the masks set up with microphone in them, so that you can practice pressurization failures, and you actually have to don the mask, flip the switches, and
then follow the checklist.
And follow the checklist.
Right.
So, and these are advanced ATDs, and the ATDs are the lowest level of trainers that the FAA approves. So you have ATDs, and there's 2 types of those, basic and advanced.
Okay.
And then you have FTDs, and there's several levels of FTDs.
Right.
And then you have full flight simulators that are like C's and D's, like you would have. You'll probably end up in a
Yes.
in an A320,
Type rating, yeah.
A320
During type rating.
Type rating,
Yes.
yeah.
type rating
The full-
device.
yeah.
And those cost like
Exactly.
$20 million.
Yeah,
Does it
that's
cost
a lot.
here?
This one is probably a little over $200,000
Mhm.
for a trainer like this. So there's a lot of bang for the buck. You can do, not that you would use a King Air to do instrument
Mhm.
ratings in, but you could do
Exactly.
20 out of the 40 hours in an advanced ATD.
Yeah.
You could do 50 hours toward your commercial in this. So,
Wow.
So
It will save a lot of money.
save a lot
Yeah.
of money. Yeah. Yeah. This is the King Air.
Yeah. Nice. So I really like this one, and we also
That's
have
great.
some sims in the demo room, right?
In the other demo room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we would like to go
We'll
there.
walk over
and-
there.
Sure.
Rating.
We are in the second demo room, and we would like him explaining like what all simulators do we have in this room. So
Yeah.
hmm These are some of our smaller trainers, and these are all of these except for the one back here are advanced ATDs,
Mhm.
but this is a basic ATD. So I'll first show you this trainer. It's a helicopter. It's modeled after a single engine turbine helicopter. Why don't you jump in there? It's always fun to see people fly it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you
Yeah,
can.
I can.
You can jump in there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And we can wake it up right here.
Yeah.
It's already flying.
Sure.
So
And,
this is probably one of the best values in all of our training because
yeah.
it's like very affordable for we sell a lot to police and sheriff's organizations who have helicopters
Wow.
and they want to have something on site so that people can stay trained in a cost-effective way because it costs so much to
Right.
put fuel and maintain helicopters.
Exactly.
So you get even more bang for the buck with helicopters than fixed wings.
Exactly. This is the best way to keep proficiency. And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I like the display over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is designed to be very low because in a
Yeah.
helicopter
Yeah.
Exactly.
the cockpit is very open.
Okay.
Even when the doors are closed, you can see out to the ground.
Okay.
So this is designed to give you good ground reference. This provides very accurate. Actually, we use the Garmin trainer in the software, so you're getting a one-to-one to the Garmin. The only difference is instead of having the screen here, we put it up on the computer screen.
Right.
But if I hit direct to, you can still
So, oh yeah.
do all
So we
your
have the controller here and the screen.
yeah. So it's
Wow.
so if I go SFB, you know where that is, don't you?
Yeah, right. That's
Enter.
the place.
That's our home
We
base.
Enter.
Yeah,
So now
home
you've got
base.
a course line to
Perfect.
Follow the magenta.
Oh, the
Pacific.
magenta. I'm
Yeah.
planning to land over here somewhere.
follow the
At this
magenta.
airport, it has.
By the way, I didn't know that you know how to fly a helicopter.
Yeah, I've been here before, and
Okay.
he guided me. Playing
I gave you
a
some
helicopter,
helicopter lessons,
training.
didn't
Ah,
Exactly. He
great.
gave me some training.
So, what is the air speed that you land on?
Zero.
Zero.
Well,
yeah,
maybe-
it's have to be. Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour. You want to keep your nose going straight. We landed a little hard.
That's fine. That was nice. You
Yeah, that's fun though.
didn't crash. That's
Okay.
good.
That was a good landing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right.
Over-
Here comes another one.
Yeah, over here, this is a good example of a basic ATD.
Mhm.
Now you can see there's no outside visual except for the top of the screen here.
Yep.
It's a fairly basic visual, but for instrument training, it's all you need. You're in the clouds, you break
Exactly.
out, and you see your runway environment.
That's what
So-
we need.
That's what you need. You need to be able to identify certain features around the runway.
Exactly.
This is an approved trainer. Many people have these at home so they can legally maintain their recency of flight
Recency.
experience for instrument training
Nice.
at
Nice.
home without an instructor.
Yeah.
That's
You can just
perfect.
do your 6 approaches and
And
do it under $10,000.
Right.
Oh, great.
FA approved sim,
Yeah.
and it is for very less price.
Yeah.
Which is
And a lot of flight schools have them too. It's not
Wow.
not just for home, but like a smaller flight school that wants to have some simulator training.
yes.
This is a great starting place.
Yes.
Starting.
And we design things so that you can move up from this and use the same controls, same rudder pedals, same radio stack, and elevate it to a little
Sure.
higher device.
Right. So you modify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can meet people's needs at a lower price entry point and then give them upgrade paths to
That's
make them
great.
even nicer.
That's great.
So this was one of the good scene.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know about another one over there.
Now
Yeah.
this is modeled after an R22 or R44 Robinson. And this is an open seat, one cockpit. You can see this has the Robinson style cyclic, and has a GPS over here, your gauges,
Yes.
and a similar screen layout to the
like
one
that
over there.
Yes. So why not make Madhav sit over there and on the controls?
Oh, Manav, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But I don't know much about that.
Well, do you want me to give you a quick lesson?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
All right,
Thank you so much.
jump in there.
So this is the control.
Oh, we got to start the engine.
Oh yeah.
So a helicopter, there's three main controls of the helicopter. You got your cyclic,
All right.
you got your anti-torque pedals, and you have your collective.
Okay.
Okay, so the cyclic, think of it as a big frisbee. You've played frisbee
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Big frisbee on the top of the helicopter.
Okay.
That's spinning, spinning, spinning around.
Yeah.
And if you throw a frisbee and you tilt it a certain way, the frisbee goes that way.
Goes that way. Yeah, exactly.
Goes forward, back, side. So think of that rotor on the top as a big frisbee.
Frisbee.
Now, because that blade is spinning around and there's a lot of inertia to it, it creates torque. And so the pedals are anti-torque pedals. So the tail rotor compensates for some of the engine. But as you increase the torque and change the torque on that rotor system, you need to add or subtract left or right torque in order to keep the nose going the direction you want. So this is going to keep your nose going down that runway.
Okay.
And then you asked about how you hold this. You're holding it perfectly there. Just 2 fingers maybe
Okay.
on this. Put your hand on this. This hand goes down here. And that's going to be, you're going to lift that up and it adds bite to the blades. And that makes you go up. So, and that usually, see the manifold pressure gauge?
Yeah.
I think until you get about till 20 is when you start to fly. So you can pull that up slowly. And now as soon as it gets off the ground, it's going to try to go where you're telling it to go. So you have to be right on top of it. And and if you see it starting to go this way, then pull this over. You know, front, back. Try to keep your horizon right about middle screen. As long as you keep it around there, then you're level. But if you see a lot of sky or a lot of ground, try to correct to do it. So you see yourself going to the right, so push it back to the left a little bit. Very nice. Well, the one thing about helicopters is it's not critical like an airplane where you have a stall speed.
Exactly.
You can. Oh, we don't like to fly in the trees though.
Yeah. But
So
I'm
that's-
putting it up.
Pull that up. There you go.
Yeah. Perfect.
So try to keep it level and just use your left pedal or right pedal, either one, to just spin around, and you're gonna.
Yay, airport
There's the
inside.
airport over there.
It's happy to see the airport. Really great to see the airport.
So So it's time to land
Where do you
here.
want me to land?
Anywhere, just on the near the airport.
Really big, but try to pick a spot first, and then know you're gonna have to slow down because we're doing 80 knots. So
Yeah.
you want to pull back and drop your collective. It's sort of you're managing airspeed, altitude, you're doing it just like an airplane almost.
Right.
So if you want to, it's just that you slow down a little different.
Yeah.
Now we're getting down pretty fast, so you want to pull up on your collective.
Okay.
And we're sliding. We're
Uh-huh.
sliding around a little bit.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That was
Nice.
a nice experience. I really liked it. Although I didn't fly it really nice because this was my first time, but with your help, I really liked it and I really managed to land it safely.
And we survived.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
survived. Yeah. And thank you so much for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Nice. Wow. That was good.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. Let's land. Yeah. That's the motion actuators. You can see. Works perfect.
The best part of the helicopter motion is the heave in the seat.
Exactly.
So you don't get yaw really, but you get heave.
Right. So we do have one more sim over here, and we would like him to show us.
Sure, yeah. This is a lot of what we've seen so far has been analog aircraft or analog aircraft with some elements of glass. This is actually a G1000 trainer. So this one is totally glass. Even our backup instruments are electronic. So this is required by the FAA. For an FAA approved trainer, you have to have backup instruments. It's got a PFD and an MFD. It works very, very much, maybe about 85% like the real G1000. So you can do direct to and have your direct to screen.
Menu, procedure.
Well, these are used in flight schools, and this is an advanced ATD. So this has the same approval as that King Air that we saw earlier.
Oh yeah, that one.
And but this one you could have in a flight school and do 20 hours out of the 40 for an instrument. That's part 61.
Yeah.
Part 141, it might be 40% of the requirement.
Right.
So if you have 35 hours required, it might be 40% of 35.
Around
Yeah.
18 to 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to calculate it out exactly.
Yeah.
But you can do 50 hours of commercial on this. You can do 25 ATP. You can do some private, 2.5 hours of private. And one of the most important thing is you can do your recency of flight experience on it for instrument rated pilots.
Nice.
And you can do partial IPCs on an AATD. So you can do everything but a circle to land. You can legally do
Wow.
on a trainer like this.
That's great.
So,
So guys, that was the last sim, and there are some sims in the. You're still manufacturing some sims, right?
yes, yeah, we're
Yeah.
busy manufacturing.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
just shipped 3 today,
Wow.
Oh,
or
great.
actually, 2 went out today,
Mhm.
and 1 more going out tomorrow. But we've we've been very busy throughout the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
That's great.
So people are usually buying the sims at home and they're practicing.
Yeah, I
People
think-
haven't been able to get out to the airport as much, so they
Exactly.
want things at home. And then
So
flight
there's-
schools, surprisingly, have been very busy.
So guys, that was a good short tour. We also learned how to fly a helicopter, and I really like the King Air sim. So if you guys are really interested, I would like him to tell about their website.
Sure, yeah. Well, our office here in Florida covers North and South America. So, and our website is www.flyelite.com. And the rest of the world is handled out of the main office in Switzerland, which is www.flyelite.ch. So you can look to those websites for more information.
Sure. And I will also provide the link in the description, so please go check out. And I would also like to thank Mr. Wayne Keys again to allow us to shoot the video over here.
Well,
And
you're very welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you so much.